Well,
7
that's
o'clock
constant.
on my watch, so we'll call this meeting to order. We'll say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Alright, just a reminder, if you want to participate in public comments, you're asked to put your name on the legal pad on the podium up here, and we will call on you during public comment times. Alright, first item on the agenda, approval of October minutes and the September claim docket. Hopefully everybody has had a chance to review those.
I have reviewed the October minutes and the claim dockets for September. I make a motion that we accept it.
Okay, I got a first motion.
I'll second.
Got a second motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you. Old business. So we've been talking about an ordinance for our number of reserve officers to comply with the new state law. And Graham has put together an ordinance for us on allowing us to have 10 reserve officers. Doesn't mean we have to have 10,
Yeah.
but it sets that number at 10 at this point in time. So hopefully everybody's had a chance to look over that
Yeah.
from the email he sent.
Well, I make a motion that we accept the ordinance for 10 reserve officers.
Okay, I got a first motion.
I'll second.
Got a second motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. Ordinance is passed. We'll sign that at the end of the meeting. Next item on old business is DORA, Designated Outdoor Recreation Area. So there's been lots of kind of going back and forth on some of the municipal network talks about this. This is a fairly new kind of concept in Indiana. The clerk treasurer and the deputy clerk treasurer attended a webinar on this recently, so they had some information to chime in on.
Well, we don't think we can do it.
Okay,
It has to be like from a
A
business, a bar, something like that, and we don't have anything in town that does that. We don't have anybody with a liquor license that serves and has food and stuff, so
Oh.
I don't think it's gonna work for us.
At this point.
so basically just currently it's irrelevant just because we don't have an establishment in
Right,
our downtown area that would have a bartender to serve
right,
drinks where that person could then
right. Because we were
walk
thinking you could go
about
to you could have some kind of thing at the park, but it has to be where there's a bartender where they're serving drinks. If it's an alcoholic beverage, it has to be so much alcohol in so much, like Pepsi or whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of,
It was
all
more
kinds of rules.
complicated than-
yeah,
It's just not the fact that you can sell liquor, you have to
Right.
be able to serve it.
yes,
Okay.
yeah, you couldn't walk into the Clayton food store, buy a can of Budweiser, walk out, and then go shopping at
No.
Copper Top.
No.
no.
With
Well, you
kind
could
of
if there wasn't a cop around, maybe.
Wow. There we have virtues of
You
it.
just never know.
Any other discussion on Dora then?
I think maybe Dora's gonna be,
All right, until we have an establishment downtown that has a bartender,
yes,
then it's irrelevant for Clayton.
yep,
So we can readdress it at that point though, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
not
we
a
don't have to
closed
address it right
window
now.
thing.
When they first brought it up on the municipal, I thought it had to do with like any kind of event that was going on that you could just designate an area where open containers
right.
would be
And
allowed
that's
in
what
this
we got
area.
too,
But
yeah.
yeah, so okay. So we'll just scrap that altogether until such time as we have a bartender downtown. All right, next item on the agenda, door codes. So Pete's gotten to work on replacing the doorknob on the main door here at the town hall, partly because the old one, the little plastic sleeve that held it together in the inside mechanism broke, maybe fortuitously, so we just went ahead and replaced that. If you normally expected to have a code to be able to get in, and you haven't given Pete an updated information about that, because the old one used to take a 4-digit code, this one requires 6 digits. So you need to update Pete so he can program that in. Hopefully there's some other things, like it'd be nice if we could program it to where it's unlocked for a meeting like this, so you don't have to keep going, but he'll keep working on that. And then we were gonna replace one more block at the park. Okay. With the same type of mechanism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any comments, discussion?
I do, I don't like this one.
Okay.
I mean, I've already made it clear, I don't like this one.
All
And
right.
I think it's gonna be hard for people who rent the park
I think it could just be one
to,
very easy,
to mess
put in
with
your
it
number
too,
and go.
you know? That's just my opinion.
Is the one at the park like the old one we took off here?
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to try reprogramming that one
Yeah.
first.
We can work on that one,
All right,
or try it anyway.
because we got the instructions now. We got,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so
And we got the tech man right there.
we'll,
Which one, this one or that one? I'm just afraid if it's an older person that's at the park, they're not, I mean, it's newfangled, it's,
remembering, I mean,
yeah.
the push button.
Meet
is
people like
different.
Yeah, just really.
exactly. I mean, if I can't even get my thumb to stay on there long enough to open it up. I was going, it's already red, I can't open the door.
Now, I mean, my code worked right away coming in this one once I knew what sequence to hit everything with. But it's definitely,
Tonight,
yes.
okay, and it's really
Yeah.
hard in the daytime, cause you can't, when the sun's on it, you can't even see it. You can't even
Oh, I
see
bet.
where the numbers are.
I didn't think about that.
I mean, I was
We're-
like,
We're talking old people.
yeah.
it's got a-
I know, but Pete and I did we try twice or 3 times to do my fingerprint and it wouldn't take it. So we had to do my thumbprint.
Cause it says in instructions, if you got any cracks or anything,
Mhm.
it won't read it.
Oh.
It says in the instructions, if you're over 65.
I have a crack somewhere.
Do not use this
I'm
door.
offended by that.
At some point, did you try to file your fingerprints
Oh, well,
off?
you know, it's,
All right. Okay, well, we'll keep working on that. I mean, obviously, if we need to go back to the drawing board and see if Menards has a different model that'll work easier,
Yeah.
we can do that. All right,
Or the key.
or the what? A key?
well, see, I had to use the key to get in, but then it won't stay unlocked.
Oh.
Which is not supposed to stay unlocked,
Mm.
but then there's nothing to
Yeah.
unlock it yet.
Yeah.
It's just, you're used to something and then it all changes.
It's a
Yes.
work in progress.
Yeah.
All right, any other comments, discussion on door codes or locks? Okay. Next item, vacated alley ordinance for 4829 Pennsylvania. Man, what's that been, a year and a half?
Been a
2 years
while.
ago. We had a public hearing on an ordinance for vacating an alley, Pennsylvania over here. Apparently, I dropped the ball and didn't finish the job, so we never actually went forward with a vote or making an ordinance and then filing it with the recorder's office. So,
We found the public hearing in the minutes, but we couldn't find where it was passed.
Right.
I think it was February, wasn't it?
February of 21.
21,
Or maybe
Whenever
22.
Jeff was here,
Okay, then it had to have been 22.
22.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, the the public hearing happened, and in the minutes, we didn't have any public comments
Right.
opposing it. We didn't have any staff issues with this ordinance or vacating this alley. So now I guess it's back to us to have a vote on what we've already told the property owner, that we would allow him to have use of this alley. So,
But do we have a copy of the ordinance anywhere? I don't have it. I don't have
well,
one.
not an ordinance, cause you have to have a vote before you can do the ordinance. That's where I dropped the ball. I don't know why I didn't move forward with having a vote after the public
Because usually
hearing.
we have the ordinance ready. Even at the public hearing, it's usually ready. I didn't know whether
Oh,
there's
okay.
anything in the town manager's office that.
Cause the
Jeff might have done.
application was sitting on your desk. Did you find anything else with that? Okay. So, we can at least have our vote and then
Okay.
move forward with putting the ordinance together
Okay,
from that. And if you'll get that application and stuff. But first, we'll vote on, are we vacating this alley? Yes or no? I need a motion.
I make a motion, we vacate the alley at 4829 Pennsylvania.
Okay, you got a first motion?
I'll second the
Got a
motion.
second motion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, so then we'll move forward with getting that alley, and I believe in the application, Pete, you have all the details on the, legal description of that, cause if I remember right, Wayne was pretty diligent about getting that stuff together, so we just need to get that
it's at
to Graham
Pennsylvania
to put an ordinance together for our next meeting for
and the
vacating
fire
that.
chief, the fire
Alright,
inspector, or whatever it is.
thank you. Next issue, we had some complaints on a property at 336 West Michigan. For the last couple of months, we've been dealing with that. Pete, you want to address where we're at?
Went by there yesterday, and the trailer's gone, and I talked to her personally, and she said she physically went around and apologized to the neighbors. So,
Okay. And the cleanup,
and,
they,
well, it's not perfect, but it's way better than it
Yeah.
was.
okay?
Yeah, now I know when I come by today at the mower, there's a mattress sitting out there on top of that car.
Yeah, well,
in the
they're supposed to
backyard.
be, it was her parents, and they're supposed to be totally gone by the 16th,
Okay.
and that's what that stuff is.
Yeah,
16th of
So you feel like they're making progress towards
Yeah.
complying with everything? Okay, great. All right, so that's good news for that. Any other discussion, comments? Okay. New business. First item on the agenda for new business salary ordinance for 2024.
Would you hand that down, please?
So each year we pass an ordinance designating the salary for all of our employees, clerk, treasurer, town council members, town marshal, deputy clerk, treasurer, office help.
Everything's the same,
Everything's the same.
because no one got a raise for
No
next
one
year.
got a raise this year.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, any questions on,
What
Our
number,
salary
what does
ordinance.
that say? 2023 dash what?
Nothing,
Dash nothing?
dash nothing.
Okay.
there is a dash, but
Okay, it'll be
nothing after that.
2023 dash 14.
Okay.
14, okay.
Yep.
All right, so it's same as this year's budgeted salaries, so anybody got any questions, comments, discussion? Okay, need a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the salary ordinance for 2024.
All right, got a first motion.
I'll second the motion.
All right, got a second motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, salary ordinance passes.
And it'll be on Gateway too. You have to file it on
Right.
Gateway, so if anybody wants to look at it, that's where it's at.
Okay. Next item on new business bond for deputy clerk.
We wanted to ask Graham, should we get a bond for Judy since she handles money and stuff too? We have we pay for a bond for me, and then we pay for a bond for $5,000 on the town manager, $5,000 on the town marshal, and $5,000 apiece on the town council members. So, but she's not included in it, so we were kinda wondering whether she should be or not.
Probably.
Or should we look at our insurance and see whether she's included in it under our
Yeah,
insurance
maybe double
policy?
check the insurance, and you might just call State Board of Accounts and just ask them. Cause
Okay.
they're the ones that really gonna care.
Okay,
All right, so Jenny will follow up with State Board of Accounts and our insurance on that. Next item on new business, donation for Cascade Post Prom. Is prom in the spring
April
usually?
27th,
All right,
and we have, I think, $850 left in that account, that appropriation. Yeah, there's $850 left in there. We usually give them like 400, something like that. And I can't think of anything else that we'd be using it
Yeah.
And then-
before,
Haven't we before done something also then again in the spring for some kind of,
when they have their year-end dinner.
Yeah.
But they used to ask us for money for the beginning of the season, beginning of the year dinner, but we didn't get anything from them.
okay.
Well, I make a motion that we give Cascade Post Prom $400.
okay, got a first and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Contract with Keystone for our yearly maintenance on our Keystone software
Mhm.
program. You do all the your sewer bills and
Yeah, and it hasn't changed any either.
follow our
It's,
budget. And payroll, you do all the payroll on Keystone also, right? Now is that,
well, it's 20. Where's my thing at? Okay, it's $24.50 for the utility, and it's $2,900 each for the bill, fund and payroll. That's how much it costs to keep it going. So it's $5,800 for the fund and payroll, and then $24.50 for utility.
and that doesn't change at all with the number of users, so you
No,
and
and it
Judy
doesn't
has
change.
her own access.
It doesn't change for how many times you have to call and ask them a question or anything like that.
I can't find this bond. Right, okay,
Yeah.
so 5,800 total for the year,
58 and 24.50.
and 2450, okay.
Yeah.
All right, any further questions or discussion from town council members?
Is that just a rolling contract, that just kind of, we don't have to like, at some point, they don't come back to us saying, well, let's renew this and then renegotiate?
No, you
it?
just renew it once a year.
Okay, so it just rolls and keeps rolling, like
Yeah.
a subscription?
Yeah, we just have to sign this every year and send it back to them.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. I need a motion that we accept this renewal.
I'll make a motion, we accept the contract renewal.
Okay, got a first motion?
I will second it.
All right, got a second motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, and next new business, transfer of funds.
Here we go again. We need money in the telephone to finish out the year, so I'm transferring $798.05. This is in the general fund, $500 into purchase and renovation, and this was for the locks, the new doorknobs. $3,000 in the edit fund for miscellaneous improvements, which was John Todd, what he finished up, and a lock, a doorknob. And $1,000 from repair town equipment to police, because I was afraid something else might happen. And I got a bill from May of this year from D&D. I just got it in October. Yeah. Yeah. So
Do you
that
remember
was,
why they had to replace a front axle or something on the
Tahoe.
Tahoe? What was? Do you remember what?
and one of them said,
remember.
what did it say? It said, motor mount, but we didn't do that. It was like $600 and some dollars.
Yeah, we didn't do that on
Yeah.
the trees, yes.
Yeah.
I told them to hold off on that.
So that was,
It's not, what,
so that's a total of $5,298.05.
5 cents.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we transfer funds of $5,298.05.
Hey, got a first motion?
I'll second.
All right, got a second motion. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, Pete, you're up.
In case you haven't noticed, we got the Christmas lights up. I may put some more up, got 2 more boxes, gotta figure out where we'll put them. Got the holiday banners up. You were just talking about John Todd. Got the plug-ins out at the park for when you had the bands, all of them's working. Got the winter equipment for the snow, hope we don't have to use it, ready to go. And Mr. Lane's doubles on Tennessee and Pennsylvania is almost done. The last one to be done would be on Pennsylvania, at 505 and 507. And they'll be ready to occupy here shortly.
Those are nice looking.
They are,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. That's all I got, that I can think of.
And you guys are, with the Christmas lights that you're putting out, you're gonna find a spot to put up one of our Christmas trees outside and
Yeah,
secure it so
we're
that.
trying to decide if we should put it up on the porch where we could tie it to the guardrails, you know, in case it gets windy or whatever. You know, get it out there far enough where you can see it, but I'm afraid if we put it out in the yard, it won't stay unless we use some kind of wires or something to, you know what I'm saying?
It's also a traffic visibility thing. Would you have a concern with that?
Do what now?
Would you have a concern with the visibility of it being out there on the corner?
how long is it gonna be there?
Month?
Yeah. Thought about if it's visible on this corner of the front porch, then we could tie it off on both, but the handrails are on both sides.
Then we should be okay.
If that's all right with everybody else, I mean, would that be visible enough? There'd be, what, 1 or 2 posts?
I guess.
And we usually put that Santa's
Right.
mailbox on that side as well, but we could.
Put the tree up in the front corner and the mailbox over. I mean, we can
Yeah.
see what it looks like. We can always move the tree, I mean,
Sure.
you know.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of
You
buzz in town about the Christmas in Clayton stuff and the Santa light in the tree on the 24th and all that. So I just was making sure we're
Yeah.
progressing with
You
that
gonna
kind of
help
stuff.
get the
So
mailbox up?
yeah,
I'll carry it up. I'll get it tomorrow.
oh, did the light.
It's not heavy at all.
Nick, he made that pretty stout. It is not gonna just go anywhere by the wind blowing, that's for sure. So, all right. No George today, huh?
I have something from George. The transformers have not been changed yet for Cascade, so the hookup is supposed to be on 11/29. And didn't he say he'll believe it when he sees it?
Right.
Oh, for their pumping
Yeah,
their sewage to our wastewater treatment plant?
yes.
So the
They have to change,
pipe's been laid.
they have to change transformer for some reason, and it hasn't been done. And it was
Everything
supposed to, it was
Was it-
supposed to already be hooked
Everything
up.
was set to go.
It was set to go.
And then somebody stepped up and said, wait, the transformers haven't been changed. So that's nothing to
So they got the generator.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're waiting.
So now they're getting
So
the
he said it's supposed to,
power to do.
supposed to take place, hook up with Cascade on 11/29. And he said he'll believe it when he sees it, so.
That essentially that'll be our first lift station to have in Clayton because
Mhm.
all the rest of the sanitary sewer is gravity
Gravity
fed
flowing
down
down.
to the sewer
Mhm.
plant.
Yeah.
So this
No.
one's not.
If it's hooked up, does that mean they're gonna start using it on that date, or it's just that's when the hookup's gonna be complete?
I would
I
say
mean,
they're probably gonna start using it.
They want to
then.
they want to get their old wastewater treatment plant scrapped as soon as possible.
Yeah, so we'll
they-
have to get like all the, how many kids are there, how many,
Right, and then we'll start billing them for that.
yeah.
Okay.
And we'll bill them exactly like the school over here, right? The
Right.
same,
Mhm.
okay.
All right. Anything else from George? That was it.
Nope, that's
Just
all we
this?
had.
All right.
They're in, Nashville, Tennessee.
Knoxville.
I thought they were going to Nashville.
I think they're.
Well, they're in Tennessee. Their daughter's moving to Tennessee.
Okay. Someplace down
They're,
that way.
they went down
All right.
south.
Chief Remender, you're up next.
I don't have a whole lot either, actually, but just want to remind everybody, we, holiday checks, we'll do house checks on, just want to kind of remind people as they're out for the holidays, if they let us know, we'll do house checks for them while they're on vacation or out of town. We did the ordinance for reserves. We've increased our patrols in the school zones. So I've got the guys out really kind of hitting the school zones pretty heavy, especially during the entrance and exit times. And then I also have them doing I don't know if Matt was doing this, but business checks, especially in the evening when the business is closed, just rattling some doors, making sure the businesses are closed. And then our businesses that are staying open later, kind of just hanging with them as they walk to their cars or they close their businesses down, trying to stay in the area if we're in service. So I've got Dave. I'm gonna have Mike get a hold of you. He's kind of my computer guy now with the website. Like the website, I think our website is old or not working. And
Right.
so I'm gonna have Mike get a hold of you, and you guys can kind of work together on if it's worthwhile rejuvenating that or starting from scratch or what.
Well, actually, we could either, if we can't get it back in place as it was, then the other idea was we just create a sub-site, so to speak, or just tag it off of our town site.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
because that'd be no charge.
okay,
You just would go there to get your
okay. That sounds
information
good.
from the police department.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, that sounds good. My computer skills just aren't very good, so. Might be a little better than John's, but.
I'm not offended.
And I do have, Matt finally got back with me on these codes to these doors, so supposedly I have a computer that has that program on it.
All right.
So it's a matter of, finding that computer, it's a laptop, I guess, in the office, so.
Okay. So that means you'd have a cable too, because we figured out there's a cable
Yeah.
we need to have. It's a special
Yeah.
cable.
Okay. So I'll,
And I have one probably at home somewhere in the
Okay.
drawer,
okay,
if we don't.
okay. So Matt finally got back to me that actually just recently.
Okay.
So hopefully that'll work. That's all I got. Looking forward to Christmas. in
Christmas in Clayton,
Yeah, I think
November
that,
24th.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that, so.
It's,
I've asked all my officers to work that night just for traffic and then, just making sure we got all the intersections as we're going through the parade. And I asked the AMO chief if he'd help us as well, so that way we got multiple cars with our 3, and I think they got 2 cars, so we should have good police presence. I'll be there.
Okay, now, are we gonna have our new white Tahoe?
Yes,
with like
yep,
in
that's the
parade?
one,
They're
that's the
gonna-
one will be leading the parade,
All
correct,
right.
yep. that's
It's
the
gonna
one
have
that'll be
Christmas
leading the
lights on
parade.
it?
Very good.
It's got red and blues.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like Christmas to me.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's all I have on, my agenda. Anything that, we left off, Jenny? That you need to add to it?
I wanted to see if, do you have your Town of Clayton thing yet? Your, dawn.daily@townofclayton.us? Okay. Cause I emailed everybody 2 or 3 times to try to get this paper signed and I took a long time to get a hold of anyone.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
So,
and it's
'cause this
working
kinda
for you
stuff-
and all that?
Yeah,
so you-
I'll get back on there, make sure that everything's working
okay,
Okay,
okay. Cause this kind of stuff has to be, I can't stamp it if it has to go to the courthouse, it has to have the signature, so. But other than that, that's about all I have. I don't have anything else. Do you, Judy?
okay. And anything else from you, Graham? Okay, and Dave?
Nope.
John?
Yeah, we'll probably need to get Jerry. The park, that new awning on that shaded area down at the park. You remember when they put that stuff in, they said we need to take it down in the winter time. Unbolt it and take it off the top.
Oh, yeah.
The
The
sheet.
sun
The sun-
cover?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Cause it said it would ruin it.
Yeah.
Wow, how we gonna, with that barrier around the outside edge, can't use the bucket truck, can we?
I don't know.
Well, probably on the, to that side, you
Yeah.
probably could, but the inner side, you're gonna have to.
And there's
do
2
the-
different size
that
boats on
gigantic-
that too. I remember him saying that. I forget what size they were. But there's 2 different size boats.
Well,
Oh,
that makes
that-
it
So it's just
convenient.
molded in all 4 corners?
One will be a
Yeah.
10mm one that you can never find.
Yeah.
Where's my 10mm?
And, remember that a long time ago, we bought that light and put it on the pole out here, that motion sensor light? I don't know if it still works, but, I was thinking if we could, if that works, get it off down at the town garage, right back there in that corner, behind the trucks there, put that, mount that light there. 'Cause, like right now, when pantry closed, we take the trash bag back there, and it's just pitch black back there, you can't see. So I thought if that light was there, it'd come on and you could see.
What are you doing out there digging around in the dumpster,
Dumpster diving.
well, why don't we just buy one to put down there? I mean,
Okay.
it's not like it can cost that much,
well.
can it?
Well, okay.
Yeah, just mount it on that side of the garage facing the parking lot for the
Yeah,
dumpster.
and have
Yeah.
it be
Yeah, it'd be,
Just a
sensor,
floodlight.
Yeah,
yeah. Just
yeah,
have a sensor on it where it just come on at nighttime.
yeah.
okay,
Don't mess with it.
okay. That's all I have.
At
All right.
dumpster.
Very good. And Don, anything from you? Okay, alright, I guess, do I have a consensus?
I have all this stuff that needs to be signed.
Oh yeah, don't leave before you sign this paper. Consensus to adjourn.
That's for,
Adjourn.
oh, you don't need that part.
Alright, at 7:34, we will adjourn this meeting.